What's going on, man? Yeah, I definitely watched that whole thing. Look, here's the problem. Let me see if I can simplify this for you and break this down. Old school who've been in the game for a while know what they're talking about. They've been there and they done that. But back in the day, you get the crumbs they give you and you work from that. The game is sold, not told. It ain't for free. And even then, the man gave you game. Evidently, all this whole strong, know-it-all nonsense that y'all think y'all know, you don't know. You don't know. And I'm going to call out everything because I watched it back and you said run it back. Okay, starting out, you said, oh, I got a free phone when I was 13, but wait, no, 15. And it was from a man who did like postal work. And then he asked you, he was like, so what your mom and your dad? I said, better. Well, I mean, my dad, he was a dope dealer. But he was gone when he wasn't there. And I was a foster care. But, I mean, he was out like when I was out. He got back in when I was 6. But, I mean, he was free when I was 6. So, I mean, I knew what he was doing when I was 13. But I was in foster care and I already had a phone, but I wasn't living with my mom and my parents, and I swear that this is what was being said. And every time he started digging, the story started changing. He's like, "Oh, I have multiple businesses. I got all these businesses. Men are a business. Men are not a business. That is not a business. In the way you're doing it terribly." There is no turn it on and turn it off. The first part of the game he told you was watch your etiquette, expand your vocabulary. That is millionaire game in itself. The way you carry yourself, carrying yourself with class, elegance. That is how you get the bag. That is how you get the bag. Then he said, stop going after these small tangibles. Go for the businesses. You claim you have Airbnbs. You don't have Airbnb. And then for you to tell him these moves you're making, yet he got to dig for it. Every time he call you out, your story changes. Your story differs. This is typical. Don't use Donovan Sharp. Woman needs 101. Whenever you get proven wrong, sidestep. Whenever a man calls out your bullshit, sidestep. Just sidestep it. Make up another excuse to where you can't be wrong. Look, you're wrong. Your best course of action, if you were good at what you do, would be, you know what, Sharp, you right. I apologize. Do you have any tips for me? And maybe I can do what I do better. Then, help me improve on what I'm doing because I'm doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong because you're talking about a car and you're talking about a freaking phone. And on top of that, you're saying, oh, well, if you put me in somewhere, he sat there and gave you more game there. Don't shit where you eat. Like, first of all, don't shit where you sleep. Don't shit where you eat. Either way. But what that means is you don't do your dirt where you lay your head. You don't do your dirt where you eat at it. You don't do your dirt at your kitchen table. So if you're sitting here, when you did say breaking niggas, that was actually one of the first things you said. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. Second of all, if the first thing you're doing is dealing with money or somebody putting you up in somewhere that's broke shit, this man is housing you. You don't even have your own stuff. So you're doing dirt where you're lying your head at. You're like, oh, he was fine with it. Oh, no, but I had my own other crib. So now all of a sudden you had your own other crib, but you had to get dragged out of what he was providing for you. That's broke shit. That's bum shit. If you are loitering, you're loitering, and what's that called when somebody just stays in a location that they don't pay bills for? Where a person will go into a property and stay in it, and then you still got to evict them even though they're not paying any kind of rent or nothing. That's basically what you're trying to say and go off of. Well, let me tell you something. This is America, and like you said, the constable will show up and will put your ass outside. You on some broke shit. You on some bum shit. You're not out here getting no money. Because if you were out here getting money, You would not be desperate in breaking the law, trying to stay somewhere that you ain't wanted. And yes, you would be escorted out. No, you're not entitled to be somewhere that's being paid for. It's all good for clicks and whatnot, but what are you doing? Like you said, his biggest point, I'm going to cut it off because I'm not going to make this a long video. But the point is, for anyone who may watch this, if you're going to play the game, play the game. But don't be out here lying and saying you're not playing the game. Either keep it real and say, I'm not playing the game, or just say, look, this is what it is. This is how I really get down. You cannot sell that bullshit to a true person who's in the game. They know better. You can lie to these people on the internet. All these clowns on the internet, you can lie to them. But he was in the game. A lot of people are in the game. The real people in the game know game when they see game, and they know who's in it and who ain't. You smell different. Your aura is different. The way you carry yourself is different. The way you present yourself is different, and you're presenting yourself in a tier way down here. If you're going to be sitting here selling and doing what you're doing, then you should be doing it on a high level and with class. That's the difference between a high class escort and a woman who's just getting $50 for her time. I ain't got time, man. I ain't giving game out for free either. I'm just clarifying what he said. And Sharp was 100% right. And I verify he's 100% right. He don't need my verification. But I'm just telling you, it's 100% cosign. The man knows what he's talking about. He gave you a shitload of advice that you didn't listen to because you're so damn hard-headed. And too many of you women are such know-it-alls. Oh, you got a degree, so you would know it all. Or you get a few dollars, so you would know it all. Or you have one or two businesses that they're all right. You know, they're semi-successful, so you know it all. You can't take advice from nobody. That's where you go wrong. You make the mistake of thinking you know everything when you don't. You're running life on easy mode. You don't even have to play the game at an expert level. So it's best for you to listen to a player who plays the game on an expert level. You're coming in the game with 50% of the items. You're not even playing it on the hardest level. You entered the game on easy mode. So it will be in your best interest to listen to somebody who plays on expert, who's being evicted, who actually has to make their money, who has to grind and make innovative plans and know the game. Man, y'all ain't trying to, y'all don't hear me, dog. I'm not about wasting my, y'all don't fucking hear me, dog.
My dedication and my study of the sword was for no one but myself. Until now.